Hey everyone, we'll get started here really soon, but I do have an announcement to make. Wait a minute, what's this? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? No, it can't be. It is! 10 fun and natural Korean folk tales? It has 10 interesting Korean folk tales that I've hand-picked. So it has some folk tales you might have heard and some other ones you've definitely never heard, but it's got 10 of my favorite folk tales along with literal translations. Of course, vocabulary is defined, and then there are short little lessons for all the grammar forms so that you can at least follow along. Even if you're not familiar with those grammar forms, you can still read it for all levels, but I would recommend you be a high beginner if you want to get the most out of it. But yeah, I've made it as accessible as possible. So check it out. Korean Reading Made Simple too. That is the end of this advertisement. So this is an advanced grammar form. Specifically, it's a very archaic grammar form, as in literally nobody uses it, but you may find it in older speech. The way that it works is when you use this, you take a verb stem, you attach konniwa, and you are done. You have now conjugated this extremely advanced grammar form. What it means is that you are agreeing with what comes before it. So you're saying, yes, this part of the sentence is true. I agree. And you're adding extra information to it. So you're saying, yes, this is true. I agree. And also whatever else comes after it. So yes, this is true. And also what comes after. It's an and form. Something and something. Wait a second. Did you just say it means and? How is this form different than this form that I learned just yesterday that means and? It's the same thing. You can just swap konniwa with cool. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the live stream. Can you comprehend how complicated this form is? Yes, this and also this. Well, this and also this. Uh-oh. What's this now? A completely different form. There's no way this one's gonna be simple. You take a verb stem and you attach ryoniwa after a consonant or ryoniwa after a vowel. This form is a little bit different. It has two uses. This form can be used to assume something, to make a guess about something, or it can also be used to say the speaker's intentions. So let me give you an example. So you say, yes, not that I agree with it, but I assume, yeah, I think so. And also B, and. So it seems to be the same here, but it's a little bit different, right? Now you're making an assumption or a guess about something. The second usage is that you can say, not that you're guessing or making an assumption about something, but that you're going to do something. You're saying the speaker's intention, something that they're going to do. So if you said A, uryoniwa B, well, you're saying, I'm going to do something, this, and also B. So wait, it's still an also form. Well, there actually is another form that I know that can mean both of these things. You may have seen this form before. This is one of the future tense forms. Well, this form has two main usages. The first one is to make a guess or an assumption about something, and the second usage is to say something that will happen, like you will do something. So, wait a minute. If ryoniwa means those two things and ketta means those two things, then we could just stick that and meaning to the end and we get something that looks like this. Ketgoniwa. Hada would become hagetgoniwa, or mokda, to eat, would become mokgetgoniwa. These are the exact same thing. This form is basically just this. Normally in Korean, this looks ugly now. It looks like the movie The Ring where the boy's like drawing the well a bunch of times. You can either use it like this or you can use it like this, and it has the same meaning. Okay. Well, when you use a noun, you're gonna attach ida at the end, right? You wanna say something is a noun. So something is a noun, konniwa, and the same usage we had before with konniwa, right? Just now the verb is ida. But when you're using this form with a noun, you have two options, therefore. You can either use it with konniwa, which is essentially the exact same thing as cool, right? But then you have a second option, because ryoniwa can also mean the same thing. Iryoniwa with noun is the same thing too. So you can use noun with 이려니와 or noun with 이거니와, depending on what color you feel like that day, depending on the weather. They have the same meaning. They both mean this. It's 이려니와 after a consonant or 려니와 after a vowel. And the same goes for this. 이거니와 after a consonant and 거니와 after a vowel. So let's look at some example sentences. 성공하려면, so 하려고 하면, if you are intending to succeed, if you want to be successful, 능력 is an ability. So here a skill, 능력이 좋아야. So you must be skilled in order to be successful. And 하겠거니와, you would need to be if you are trying to be successful. And 거니와, 운 is luck, 운도 좋다, even lucky. 운도 좋아야 해, you must even be lucky. So let's do a natural translation of this. Not only would you need to be skilled in order to be successful, but you also have to be lucky. 성공하려면 능력이 좋아야 하겠거니와 운도 좋아야 해. So not only do you need to be skilled, but you also have to be lucky in order to be successful. Literally, if you're intending to be successful. 영희는, so 영희, 매운 음식, spicy food. 잘 먹다, to eat spicy food well. 잘 can also mean to do something without any difficulties, like no problem. Good at it. So she's good at eating spicy food. 먹거니와 먹고. And not only is she good at eating spicy food, but also 뜨거운 음식, hot. Temperature-wise, hot food, 잘 먹는다, is good at eating hot food. So not only does 영희 eat spicy food well, she also eats hot food well too. 영희는 매운 음식을 잘 먹거니와 뜨거운 음식도 잘 먹는다. 영희는 매운 음식을 잘 먹고 뜨거운 음식도 잘 먹는다. I didn't have very much space. 인왕산은 거리도 가깝거니와. So, 거리도 가깝고. 거리 is distance, 가깝다 is close, so the distance is close. So not only is the distance of 인왕산 close, so not only is it close, but also 높다, high. 높지 않아서, it's not high. Therefore, 않아서, because it's not high, 가볍게, lightly, as in not difficultly, not with too much trouble, just kind of casually. 등산하다 is hiking, so going up a mountain. 좋아요, so it's good for just a casual hike. So 인왕 Mountain is good for a light climb. It's good for a casual hike because not only is it close, but also it's not tall. 손님을 부르려고 하면, if you're going to invite a guest or call a guest literally, 청소 is doing cleaning, like cleaning the house, dusting, vacuuming, all that is 청소. 청소를 해야 하다, you have to do cleaning, or I have to clean. 해야겠거니와 is the same as 하겠거니와, so 해야 하다, have to. 해야겠거니와 음식 준비도 해야 돼. So I also have to 해야 돼. 음식 준비, preparing food. So if I'm going to invite guests over, not only would I have to do cleaning, but I also would have to prepare food. 손님을 부르려면 청소를 해야겠거니와 음식 준비도 해야 돼. 수소차는, so hydrogen cars, 인지도, the level of awareness, how much people are aware of something. 낮다, to be low. So there's a low amount of awareness out there for hydrogen cars. 낮으려니와, so 낮고, it's low, and, or 수요 is demand, 낮다. So the demand is also low. So 낮을 거예요. The demand would also be, or will also be, low. So not only is the awareness of hydrogen cars low, but also the demand is going to be low. That is the last sentence for this form, but we're not done with the lesson yet. Here are some notes on some other similar forms. In the exact same way that 거니와 was made, by attaching it after a verb stem, you might also see 거니. Is this the same form? Well, let's look at it. 거니 is a form that is also archaic, and it's used for confirming something about the past. This form is used for saying, yes, that is true. And it adds emphasis to whatever it is that it's used after. Does that sound a bit familiar? 거니와, what does it do? It says it confirms, it agrees with whatever comes before it, and then adds extra information. 와, meaning literally just the wa particle we're all familiar with, meaning and. So Could this have meant? I confirm that and. Actually, possibly, but we don't know. The next form you might see is 건의 하다. This form is used for making a guess or an assumption about something in the past. So you're saying, I assume or I guess that something happened, that something was a certain way. So I think so. I guess so. So this 하다 is used to mean to think. Again, 건의, confirming something about the past. Something did happen. Oh, yes, I confirm it happened with emphasis. So I think it happened is what you get. You're not seeing double. This is the form repeated twice, 건의 and 건의. But this doesn't mean you're confirming something about the past twice. It's actually a different form that is used to show that two related verbs are repeating. For example, 밀다, to push something, and the verb 당기다, meaning to pull. 밀거니, 당기거니. So that means something keeps, again, repeating, pushing and pulling like that. Coming and going. 오거니, 가거니. So like coming and going, like repeating back and forth. Again, these are archaic forms. But now you know. So that's every form I could think of that even has this similar form in it. That is the lesson for today. Thank you for watching. But I'm re-announcing again, I have my newest book is now available, Korean Reading Made Simple 2. This one is specifically 10 folk tales that are written in actual real Korean. By that, I mean, I didn't use archaic grammar in these folk tales. And yeah, 10 of my favorite Korean folk tales now available. Call now. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. And I will see you again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐!